future for the koalas is not looking all that bright. I think everybody would agree to that. However, I reckon that lots of people are not going to particularly like what I have to say. However, I think we've got to be a lot more practical now than we've been in the past, and come to realise that the isolated populations of koalas that are left in southeast Queensland now are probably not viable. And we take areas like Noosa National Park and maybe even Redland Shire and a few other shires, where if we're serious about it, we should be looking 10, 15, 20 years from now. It's no good looking 1 or 2 years ahead, because those populations, even if they may be on the borderline of survival now, in 10 or 15 years' time, the whole area is going to be suburbs, and we're going to be faced with the same problems we're faced with now.
In the 200 years since we've been in existence in this country as Europeans, we have done really, really badly. There's 153 countries in the world.
Yep.
You might add 1 or 2,
Yep.
I'm not sure, but about 153. Guess where Australia stands as far as conservation and the environment go? We stand at about 145. Why would you want to come to a country that destroys its own wildlife? For many, many years, probably somewhere between 6 and 10 years, our scientists, our researchers, not ordinary guys like me, but people that had really good qualifications, gave all the information to our government departments that if we didn't, as a government, get our act together, we would see extinctions of koalas. What is the point of putting healthy koalas into an area now that's going to be developed? It's going to have roads, it's going to have humans, it's going to have dogs, and they aren't going to survive anyway. So what's the point? They have reached what we call the tipping point. And the problem with that is, once they reach that tipping point, once they start to go over that hill, over the edge, it isn't impossible to get them back, but by golly, we're going to need a lot of luck, and we're going to need a change of attitude. And I think everybody that's been to a wildlife hospital and actually seen the carnage that those people have to contend with every day would say that we've got to get really, really serious. And unless we get the state government, the local governments, and all of these fragmented organisations to come together, leave their egos at home, leave their emotions at home, and that's not an easy thing to do. I get emotional about koalas, as does everybody else. However, to have a practical solution, we have to look at it in a practical manner. So we have to get over this emotional attitude. And let's face it, it's not going to be easy. We have to have a better management plan than what we've had in the past. These fragmented populations of koalas need to be taken out of those areas and need to be taken to an area where there is a viable population and suitable habitat for the next 20 years. Otherwise, we're just going to be faced with more of the same. We need large tracts of land that have suitable habitat, and those are available. They are available in state forests and in large national parks. Probably a wonderful idea would be to have a really large number of state forests where we could have small, simple buildings where carers, scientists, researchers could actually go and live in those areas for a short period of time and actually live with the koalas and see what's happening, see how they go. What I'd say to our government is, stop talking and start doing something. I do believe that we have to make a start, and we have to make a start very, very quickly.
imagine there